Well, we just published that video of Jenelle Evans leaking a 2022 text message conversation with her disgraced husband, David Eason. And now David Eason is already getting his chatty patty on with Celebuzz.com, pointing his finger at Jenelle, claiming that she cheated on him with dozens of men. I'm sorry, but can we get into the idea that David knew Jenelle was cheating on him with dozens of men and he was just out there taking it because he had nothing else going on, because he couldn't be bothered to get a job and get out of there or whatever, and he still wouldn't leave her. She had to leave him for legal reasons. And he portrays himself as this big and bad guy online. Meanwhile, he's a cuck for Jenelle Evans. But I didn't say that, so you didn't hear it from me. If you didn't see it coming out of my mouth, then I didn't say it. Let's get into the interview. I'm sorry, I'm smiling so hard because it's so funny to me. So, that is basically what happened. By the way, does Celebuzz pay people for the scoop or whatever? Because I do find that to be rather interesting that he's out there giving them interviews about very embarrassing personal marital drama, shall I say. David defends himself in that text message conversation. He says that that's not cheating, but he's got mountains of evidence about Jenelle cheating. And then he also added, quote, she just tried to take out a restraining order on me and it was denied. She cheated on me with dozens of guys and I have all the evidence. But he didn't say exactly what he had in regards to evidence. I guess we'll have to wait and see how this plan pans out in court. He says that this divorce has been the hardest thing in the world to look her in the face after years knowing she was telling other men that she wanted them to come to my house to be with her. Oh, telling them all about her stuff, boat, land, house, pool. She's been ready for a new man to move in for a long time. And then he also said, telling them how I'm such a POS in so many ways. Did she lie though? Did she lie? Did she lie, David? Just tell us, yes or no. Did she lie? Okay, the answer is no. She didn't. That is her house. That is her boat. That is her swamp. And that is her pool. Whoo! He also claims that he is so much happier and healthier without Jenelle. He says that the stress that he was under was making him physically sick, and I'm so glad I don't have to wake up to extreme anxiety every morning now. Listen, I think it's quite rich that he says that, because one thing about Jenelle Evans is Jenelle always kept her body tight until she got with David, right? She would pop out a kid and then be back in great shape, almost immediately afterwards, right? She did that with Jay, she did that with Kaiser. And then when she had Ensley, what happened? She was in great shape, but as their relationship progressed and as he had her more and more isolated, all of that went away. So to me, if anything, Jenelle probably was healthier before she got with David. Now he's got her on a steady diet of roadkill and grits, and they're not drinking water over there. They are drinking maybe Mountain Dew or Kool-Aid or something like that. It looks like a very unhealthy environment. And I don't think that Jenelle is the cause of that, just based off of how we have always seen her over the years, just living her life and seeming to be in a lot better shape and in a lot more healthier of a state. Physically speaking anyway. I don't think she's ever been mentally healthy, to be quite honest with you. So David also told Celebuzz that I've only said things that are complete facts and I haven't exposed any of my evidence other than things that she was already aware of. I've been very strategic with my words. So this is in regards to Jenelle asking for him to stop talking about her. It looks like David might have some evidence against Jenelle proving that she may have cheated on him that he wants to save for the courtroom, which is fair if that is indeed the case. That is the best venue to get this sort of information out there and see how that might impact. And I feel like this might be a strategic thing because remember, David is a princess. He doesn't want to work, which is fine if he chooses to be that way. And so I think sometimes it depends on where you live, right? If it's a false divorce or a no fault divorce kind of state or whatever. If infidelity was at play, that might give the victim of the infidelity a leg up in negotiations in regards to what they get out of this divorce, financially speaking. And David needs all he can get. Right now, he is squatting in Jenelle's boat. And listen, I tried to raise money for a bucket for you, a nice $2 bucket, and my peep said, no, you don't even deserve that. So I'm sorry. So he is squatting on her boat without a roof over it and without a $2 bucket to piss in. So he needs as much as he can get out of this divorce from Jenelle. But again, let's go back to this. He's saying that she had been cheating with dozens of men and he knew all this time. And just now he's speaking up about it. Mr. Big and Bad, I'm sorry, but that is just so crazy to me. It makes him look crazier than Janelle. Like, you were just mute, mum's the word, when she was out there wheeling and dealing like this. Meanwhile, you're on the internet trying to talk about like being like the exemplary man, like this tough man, and trying to talk down on other people and how they live their lives and whatnot, and how other people, they're so fragile, they're such, this, they're so that, like they're so weak. Huh. Funny how that works, isn't it? Listen, Janelle, if you were cheating on this man with 12 men, good. If you were cheating on him with 13, even better. Guys, what do you think about this story? This entire saga is so fascinating. Again, I'm not sure I believe that they are actually going to divorce. But in the meantime, let's get our popcorn and pay attention, watch, and enjoy all of this interesting juice and gossip that's coming out about their relationship. What do you think about this? Are you surprised to hear that David was apparently just, sitting by while Janelle was cheating on him with 12 different men? And how do you feel about her request for a restraining order against him being denied? I'm kind of curious about what it is that she put in the restraining order, because to me, it would make sense that if her child has a restraining order against you, and you were facing felony charges for being violent, allegedly anyway, it would make sense for her to also be able to get a restraining order, right? But I digress. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.